Hi guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Tom. I'm filling in for Greg actually. He'll be back soon. We just got this beautiful, rare 1972 Firebird Formula 400 4-speed, one of about 1,089. Beautiful car, completely restored. It's a Rotisserie Restoration, as you can see by the bottom photos when you're checking us out too. It's the same color underneath, pretty sick. Got one paint blem right here. Besides that, I cannot see anything else on this car. All the body lines line up. The margins on the door look beautiful. It just glistens. I love this color. Looks like kind of like a deep maroon. Check out this interior. Beautiful black interior, 4-speed. It does come with the original build sheet as well. Remember, at Vanguard Motor Sales, we're non-consignment. So every car that's in our showroom is here because we've checked it out and deemed it high quality for our inventory. You can visit our website, vanguardmotorsales.com, to check out over 100 pictures as well. This is one of my favorite views of this car. The taillights and the chrome bumper just look absolutely phenomenal. Let's open up the trunk. Beautiful trunk. Nice pan. Very clean jams there. Perfect lines underneath here where the metal folds up. Pure beauty. If you know anybody selling a high quality classic car, have them give us a call. We pay referral fees as well. So if you're looking to park this beauty in your driveway, give me a call. My name is Tom at 248-974-9513. I can help you with financing, transportation, and just what it takes to park this dream in your driveway. All right, guys, now we're taking this sweet 72 Formula 400 4-speed for a ride. I made a mistake earlier. It's actually one of 1,082 made. This one has the original build sheet as well. Just an awesome car. Everything on this car is working, and it's just amazing. Remember, at Vanguard, we're non-consignment, so all the cars that are in our showroom are here because we deemed them very high quality for our inventory. So if you need financing, transportation, or want to talk about this car, my name is Tom. I'm available 7 days a week at 248-974-9513. I can tell you just how to park this dream in your driveway. I'll tell you what, this is really, really an awesome driver. You can tell everything's new on it. Holds the road great. And it's just awesome. The only thing aftermarket I see in here, the radio's aftermarket. It's got it's like a Boss stereo. All the gauges are working. Talk about a great collector piece too, being so rare, and that Pontiac isn't around anymore. You can only see the values of these going up. You guys are in for a real treat. We're gonna get this back to the shop next, and we're gonna put it up on the hoist and show you the bottom. The bottom looks like the top of this car. Just absolutely phenomenal. So remember, I'm available 7 days a week. Give me a call at 248-974-9513. We'd love to help you park this dream in your driveway.
All right, guys, we got our 72 Firebird up on the rack. So first thing I'm going to point out, as you're moving forward, you're going to see that this car is every bit as nice underneath it as it is on top. So the fuel tank, I believe this is a new fuel tank, judging by the fact that the top of it is every bit as smooth as the bottom side of it. And of course, it's painted this really nice metal flake kind of color, almost like a gray, charcoalish gray. So they even took the straps off, painted the straps. They, same thing, they put their isolator pads all in there. They painted the leaf springs, same color. Now, one thing I want to point out is, if you look up in here, they did do some floor pan work or some trunk pan work in this car, but they get an A+ for as far as the quality of finish work when they did that kind of work on the car. They did a very, very nice job. Any sheet metal work on the car, it's very hard to tell that they did it, that being one of them. Very well hidden. Now, this is a GM, or yeah, I believe this is a GM 10 bolt. This is a, I believe this to be the original rear end for the car. We checked the build documentation for the car. 3.42 to 1 was the gear ratio, and that is exactly what this is. This one is an open differential, and we believe it's the original one based on the both the date code and the gear ratio matching. Now, as far as exhaust system goes, looks to all be like a ceramic coated style exhaust on it. We do have a MagnaFlow muffler up here, kind of in like the factory location, just ahead of the fuel tank here. Of course, that looks like it's all ceramic coated as well, all the way out the back of the car. Drive shaft, once again, all like the running gear is all painted this kind of really nice color here. Same thing with the floorboards, of course, you're seeing here. Real nice paint job on them. No big surprise, we got brand new fuel lines, brand new brake lines over here. I mean, the whole thing's been redone pretty much to the nines. Exhaust continuing to be all jet coated, even all the way up to the headers, or excuse me, the exhaust manifolds. Transmission, I believe this to be the original Muncie M20 that would have came in this car. The date code matches, the car was born a 4-speed, and the VIN code matches. Moving all forward to that, underside of our 400 here, which I do once again believe to be numbers matching. In fact, the VIN stamp is right there. And that matches the VIN of the car along with the suffix code matching the paperwork for the car as well. Now, if you look under here too, you can see they've got paint all over everything here. It looks like they took all this stuff apart and reassembled it, painted, so they did a very, very nice job. Now the front, I guess subframe, if we would like to call it here, they had this all out of here. They repainted all this stuff. This might even be powder coated, it's so nice. And then of course reassembled the car with all new bushings, all new front suspension, all of the brakes look like they've all been redone. Very, very nice build on this car. Come around to the side. For wheels and tires, we got a set of good BFGoodrich Radial TAs up here on the factory wheels. Disc brakes in the front, power disc brakes. 215/70 R14 is the size on these. The rear tires actually look to be brand new on this one. 245/60 R14s back here, so a little bit of a rake on it. BFGoodrich Radial TA. Once again, we have the original wheels on it. And while it's up here, I'm going to point it out while I can. If you look up inside the wheel well here, they even had the thought or the forethought. You can see underneath this undercoat job, there is paint. They actually added just a little bit of like texture up here to kind of protect it from rock chips, so which means that they actually thought when they put this car together. So that is overall, once again, he gets an A+ for attention to detail. That all being said, let's go take a look at the numbers matching 400 under the hood. Okay guys, you heard me mention it under the car. So this is the numbers matching 400 for the car. We've checked both the suffix code, the Pontiac suffix code. This car was born with a WK. That is indeed what this engine is. It matches the Fisher body tag over there as far as the cast number of the car. It lines all right up, and of course the VIN number matches. So obviously the engine has been, of course, rebuilt. You can see here they've got the same like good-looking paint job they got on all the running gear underneath the car. Even they did up the air cleaner really pretty. They even did the master cylinder and booster over there. Overall, very, very nice job on this one. Something else that they did do to the car, you can see we do have an Edelbrock dual plane aluminum intake manifold on this one, so that is one performance upgrade. As far as the carburetor goes, we have a Quadrajet 4-barrel, is exactly what it would be for the car. I do not believe it is the original Quadrajet, but that is what this engine should have on it. Now this car does, as I said, has power brakes, power steering. This is the internally regulated version of the alternator. Let's see here. If I'm going to look like down inside of here, I'd like to point all this out and look how pretty all this is in here. Typically speaking, you're not going to find these built this nice. So whoever went and redid this car, they made it personal. I mean, you can see all this type of stuff. All this was taken off of here. You don't see any bolts that are painted over. This is, like I said, you don't often find a restoration of this quality. I mean, the hood hinges obviously were taken off to be painted because once again, you got nice clean bolts all over everything, brand new wiper motor. The firewall, once again, is painted body color, and you know, it looks like it was body worked. I mean, overall, this car's build quality is quite a bit above what you're going to see at a lot of car shows. So this one's definitely gets an A+ in my book as far as attention to detail goes, big time. And it's numbers matching on top of all of it. So that all being said, guys, if you'd like to have this one parked in your driveway, make sure to call Tom at the number below, and we'll see you in the next one.